Well, so I finally got around to getting my head taken care of. Kind of figured out why I had the issue as before with the broken valve shim. The valve shim actually came loose because it was wearing into the top of the valve. As you can see right here, these are the old intake valves here. This was the one that it wore down into, and you can see how much of a difference there is with the tip of the valve where the retainer is. And that allowed the valve to stick open as it wore down into this, came up underneath the valve tappet or the lifter. Kept the valve open, hit the piston, bent the valve. As you can see, bent this valve right here. And in turn, while doing that, it broke the valve retainer here. The valve guide. This is the valve guide, not the retainer. Correction. Broke the valve guide here. And in turn, inside, had about 3-4 pieces inside the combustion chamber and caused not too much damage, just little dings here and there. Same with on the top of the piston here. Cleaned it up pretty good though. It's going to be just fine. Not looking for a race engine here, you know. But that's what happened here with this head. So I went ahead and set the head up and had to put kibble white stainless valves in it. Had to get the spring upgrade also. When you do the stainless valves, you gotta do the springs also, the valve springs. Set this thing up yesterday with new valve shims. Got some hot cams valve shims, and set this thing up to the proper specs here. And this is basically what we're looking at for clearances on exhaust and inlet valves. Not too much room to play there. But got it set up here, and I'm going to throw this thing back on top and get this thing running. Also, I went ahead and ported and polished the head. Did a pretty decent job. Just use a Dremel tool, and you can accomplish that pretty nicely. But other than that, go ahead and throw this thing back together here today and fire this thing off for you. So you take care now. Bye bye then.